Welcome to ServiceTitan Mobile 2. This video will cover new features in Mobile 2.0. You will get to see those new features in action during a job we go through and see how they can add value to your business operations. First and foremost, ServiceTitan Mobile 2 is designed to be a tool for technicians to grow sales and improve performance. You'll see why when we go through a job. Secondly, we also designed this application with your customers in mind. You'll see how it can be a tool for your customers too. With this new version, you can provide a much more modern experience for homeowners. Third, this tool is for business owners, managers, and office staff as well. This will really help to simplify and automate a lot of manual processes, reduce paperwork and other types of administrative burden. In other words, make managing technicians' jobs easier. Lastly, a quick mention on which devices are currently supported in Mobile 2. Currently, we support Apple iPads, but we will have support for Android tablets in a few weeks and smartphones right after that. Now, let's review some of the really important options you have before we even get to our first job. Notice we've made it very easy to find your most frequently used options. Here in the main menu, you can view your dashboard and all jobs. Many of you will book your own jobs sometimes if you're on call or working over the weekend without a dispatcher available. One really important thing we've put right into ServiceTitan Mobile 2 is easy access to training. We want to put a lot of tools at your fingertips so you can practice, explore, and find answers quickly. In case you have any issues, easily reach out to support via a live chat. Anyone who has used ServiceTitan Mobile 1 before should recognize these options in the sync menu. ServiceTitan Mobile is designed with an integrated price book. What that means is that anytime there is a new model, pricing discounts, or anything like that, all you have to do is hit download pricebook and those changes will all get downloaded. Make sure to do this daily to ensure your pricing is always up to date. The application is also designed to work offline. Once you have a job on your tablet, you can work the entire job while offline. Then as soon as you reconnect to a stable Wi-Fi network, you can tap Sync Changes to make sure ServiceTitan Mobile is totally in sync with anything the office team has done. We've also made it easy for you to view all your jobs by adding an All Jobs link at the top left here. One less step if you need to get straight to viewing your scheduled jobs. Notice this new section below the job here. This is the Tech Scorecard. This allows the technician to see their overall performance, much like the scorecard on the office dashboard. A different look here, but essentially similar information. Just like the office dashboard, technicians can view their performance by a specific date range. By default, it shows only the current day, but they can certainly view a week or a month's worth of data. This offers a great way to see the overall revenue, average revenue per job, various conversion rates, and the Net Promoter Score. Now that you've seen how much information ServiceTitan Mobile 2 is designed to give you right at your fingertips, let's start working on this job to see the new features. The main job now shows the job and customer details front and center. In Mobile 1, it required a few steps to get to, but it's all here now. From the contact link, you can call the customer directly. And scrolling down, you can view the customer's location on a map. And if you scroll a little further, you'll see the tags, any calls that were recorded, recommended estimates, and any pinned notes. And notice the sidebar to the left. This gives you an easy way to navigate between different aspects of this job right from the main job detail page. Whereas in Mobile 1 version, the navigational buttons were all at the bottom. These sidebar items are very much the same as the buttons on Mobile 1. First, let's review some of the history we have for this customer. ServiceTitan is not just about a single visit. We designed ServiceTitan Mobile 2 so you can see the pattern of what has happened with this customer at this location, any estimates provided previously, even down to the individual piece of equipment. For example, we can reopen this old estimate and move forward with it. For ServiceTitan Mobile 1 users, we've listened closely to your feedback to design a very intuitive, easy-to-use interface. No more digging through invoices to find notes. Now, of course, we have to get directions to the customer's location once we're ready. Clicking on Get Directions will open up a new tab with Google Maps suggesting a few routes, the time it will take to get there, and factoring in the current traffic. Once we're ready to head over, we can call the customer to let them know we're on our way. When we're ready to head out, hit Dispatch just like the Mobile 1 version, except in this version, there's a window to confirm that you are dispatching yourself. Once you arrive, of course, hit Arrive and confirm. Let's start to work with the job at hand. Remember, we've arrived on site to clear a clogged drain. And once we take a look, we quickly identify the problem. The customer has an adorable cat roaming around who loves to pretend he's taking a bath in the kitchen sink, causing a lot of fur to go down the drain. First, let's add some notes to this job. The pencil icon allows you to easily enter notes onto the record for this job and pin them to the top of the job record. These notes are internal though. The customer won't see them. Let's add a note about the cat. Next, we can take a picture of the cat and upload it to attach to this job. In this case, I'm going to upload the picture. After we've taken or uploaded any pictures, we can access them from the History page. And one new feature in ServiceTitan Mobile is the ability to doodle or mark up any photos you've taken. This will make it really easy to explain and show certain things to your customers. This is a great example of a feature we've added because our clients requested it. Let's continue through the job. During most basic service calls, you may only need to provide one option to fix a service. But we still highly recommend using an estimate to provide a great experience to the customer. First, we'll name our estimate. Then, we'll start to add services to it. ServiceTitan Mobile 1 users, remember that tax summary button you've used to name your estimates? Now it's much clearer and much linear. Now you can see ServiceTitan Mobile's price book. Think of this as more of a sales tool. Having pictures, descriptions, even potential savings give you more than a price sheet ever will. So now let's add this clear drain service into this estimate. Now take a second to look at this description. There will be discounts per additional drain. For many of you, you may offer a discount or charge add-on pricing for any secondary repairs, like an additional pass with the drain machine. ServiceTitan is designed not only with add-on pricing that you can apply to discount any secondary repairs, but also with member pricing. Of course, you can keep adding additional items to your estimate, or you can create multiple estimate options. But for now, there's only one repair option we're providing, so let's hit Done. The customer is asking for us to sell them an extra bottle of drain clearing solution, given the problematic habit Fluffy has. Here, we can also add any other materials that will be needed for this estimate. By the way, if you make a mistake in the estimate, you can now delete it. This is a new feature that was not available in Mobile 1. Okay, so now we're done building our estimate for these services. What's our next move? We've introduced several new features and improvements to give you control over how you present and sell solutions to customers in ServiceTitan Mobile 2. First, you can decide what pricing information you want to show the customer. Either nothing, some basic information, or line item pricing. It's a great sales tool to show value of your membership services to your customers. For all of you who are existing users of Mobile One, hopefully you should notice a pretty big difference here. Also notice that ServiceTitan Mobile will show customers clearly what their member savings or even potential member savings look like. Again, this will let you show them value and grow your memberships and recurring revenue. You also have an option to indicate which solutions you verbally recommend to the customer. Remember, we can easily track recommended estimates on later jobs. When you're ready to review your estimates with the client, we're going to hit Present. This is designed so that you can put the tablet in your customer's hand and you can walk through the recommended solution with them, just like they would do if they were shopping online. Your customer can then tap View to look closer at something, and you can demonstrate great value to your customer by walking them through pictures, explanations, and other details of solution you're offering them. Once the customer agrees to purchase the estimate you're offering them, then you'll ask the customer to sign to authorize you to move forward. At this point, we're asked a really important question. Are we performing the work now or planning to perform the work during a later job? In this case, we're working a very simple service job, so we have everything we need to perform the work today. We'll go ahead and choose Perform Work Now. Now, if you have a dispatch fee, you can add it manually here. As you can see though, this moves us into the invoice and the estimate is done. Notice here, I'm prompted about a membership application. This is a perfect opportunity to review the great benefits your memberships offer and try to sell them to the customers. This is a custom form that I have set up to appear during specific stages of a job. At this point, we put away the tablet, break out the tools, and get the job done. Don't forget to continue adding photos and notes as you need throughout the job. Let's fast forward to when you've actually completed the work. After you make sure the customer is happy with the quality of your work, we return to ServiceTitan Mobile. First, let's review a few things visible on the invoice menu. Here in the Actions menu, you can add additional items to the invoice in case the customer realizes at the last minute there is something else they need. You can also email or print the invoice or record purchase orders as a job cost. Next, we'll collect a payment from the customer for the services performed today. Select the payment type. And if you're selecting credit card payment, several fields will appear below the amount. And if you use a credit card swiper, the necessary information will be captured and the credit card number will never be visible. The full balance will be displayed by default, but of course you can always adjust that if a customer is making multiple payments. Let's keep things simple here and say the customer is paying with the check. Be sure to enter notes regarding payment information into the memo field. For example, I'm going to add a check number here. Hit Pay and then Done at the top right to close the payment screen. You'll be taken back to the invoice screen to complete the rest of the invoice. If there are any outstanding items, such as signatures or forms, a red exclamation mark will appear to the left. To close out this job, I'll first need to complete those outstanding items. The first one we need to finish is signatures. Simply tap in and let's get the customer's signature. Let's collect an acknowledgement from the customer. Just tap Sign, collect the customer's signature, then tap Accept. Do the same for any other signatures required. Looks like the last thing we need here is to finish a form, specifically a 3-day right to cancel form. We'll just click Begin and we're off and running. Make sure you fill this out with the customer and then sign and save. Before you close out this job, You may email this invoice to the customer via the Actions link. If you don't email it now, you'll need help from the office team to email the invoice. From here, I can click Finish to close out this job, but before I do, I want to point out one last thing, the Done for Now button. Most of you may already know what this button does, but I wanted to just show you where it's located. It's on the main job detail page. And also remember that part of the functions of this button does require a setting to be turned on. If you're able to reschedule jobs from mobile, after clicking this Done for Now button, another screen will pop up with next steps to schedule a job. Now we're ready to close this job out completely. You'll need to return to the invoice and click on the Finish Job button. A window will pop up to inform that after clicking Yes, no changes can be made to this job or invoice. And that completes the job. One last feature here. Remember that technicians who work after hours may sometimes have to book their own jobs. If that is the case, you will have the Book Job button. This button functions the same as in Mobile One. Let's say that you get paged after hours or on the weekends. What you would do then is click on Book Job and then search for the customer. And if it's a new customer, you would tap on Add New to create a new record. All the fields needing to create the record are the same as in Mobile One. Those are all the new features for this walkthrough. Hopefully you can see how they add value to your business operations. And that concludes the topics for this video. Remember that there are a variety of training resources for Mobile 2.0, including the live webinar, which you may have already seen. It is held weekly. There's the interactive self-paced simulator to give you an opportunity to practice before you use the live version, a reference guide with detailed description of the new features, and a technician handbook which provides step-by-step instructions for working a job through to finalizing an invoice. All of these resources are available at the link provided on this slide. Thank you all for watching this video.